So big shout out to Meathook, Jim and Donnie Hoover with the WrestleHorror podcast.
And I'm Shauna Reed.
Hi, I'm Leva Bates.
And I like horror and wrestling.
Hey, what? I like horror and wrestling too.
Oh my gosh. You know where I go to listen to all my horror and wrestling needs?
Where?
WrestleHorror podcast. You should try it out sometime. Check it out.
Check them out.
Greetings, viewers and listeners. Meathook, Jim here, the WrestleHorror podcast. And always with me is my co-host, Donnie Hoover. But Donnie, the slacker's back.
It's been a minute.
Has been John Orlando. Welcome back to the show, my friend. It is very good to see you.
You know what? It's good to see you two guys as well. And I'm very happy to be back. I know it's been quite a while. It always seems that my schedule never matches up with you guys and your schedule. So I'm glad to be here. So, and we got a great topic to talk about too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've noticed you've had a couple good interviews come through on your PVD podcast. So that's cool.
Yeah. We've been working hard on that, and things have been rolling right along. I'm going to be honest. We're going to take in a couple of weeks, we're going to take a little break for a couple of weeks to spend time with friends and family and the holidays. So, and I am kind of looking forward to it. You know, it's been a great year. It's been a very busy year for the PVD cast, and but I'm looking forward to maybe a couple weeks to just chill and relax.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Nothing wrong with that at all. And it's just, here we are in December, and I'm back from Florida. I don't have a tan, so I never got out to the beach, but it was 75 degrees on Thanksgiving Day, and I was kind of digging that, walking around in my Hawaiian shirt. It's like I was feeling like what's his name, Tom Selleck in PI Magnum or Magnum PI. That's it, Magnum PI. All I needed was Ferrari.
What part of Florida? Southern or northern?
Central.
Okay.
Space Coast area, down in around Melbourne, Florida, which Chris and I both grew up in the area, and her parents still live in the area, and I've got I think my nephew still lives in the area, but
Okay.
It's on the central East Coast, probably about 30-40 miles south of the Space Center. So it was nice, and there was a good breeze, and it's like, I walked in to my favorite restaurant there. It's like I'm home, and I really didn't want to leave because I didn't want to come back to the weather up here in this godforsaken state.
Yeah, you might want to be careful mentioning Magnum PI. I was like, a little fun fact about John is he is a very adamant fan of Murder, She Wrote and those type of TV shows and that year and genre. So if you start talking about those old TV shows, you might send John off on a tangent.
Hey, just because I watched Quincy this morning on the TV, okay. I was excited about that because I haven't watched that show in forever. I'm like, oh, Quincy Emmy's on,
Oh, that's funny.
Nostalgia, Donnie. It makes me remember simpler times.
Right. The good old days.
Good old days. Yes, sir.
Just sit down and watch TV Land sometime, Old stuff, buddy. Oof. I remember watching Nick at Night when I was working as a hotel auditor back when I was in my 20s. And they'd have all these old 50s and 60s shows on late at night because I was working the midnight shift, and that was what kept me awake, was Lucy and all that stuff from that era, and Quincy. I remember Quincy. I watched Quincy, and I wasn't into it as much as John was. But
I'll tell. Wait, I'll be here straight shooting today. I watched about 40 minutes of the episode, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. It was really bad. It's not as awesome as I remember it to be as a kid.
It wasn't no Murder, She Wrote, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, hey, if it's not old TV shows, it's old wrestling. It's one of the two.
Right. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with old wrestling.
No.
So, it's probably been what, 3 or 4 episodes ago, we were talking, Donnie and I, and we were, really hoping this thing with the Arnold was going to shape up. And, we said we were like 90% sure, and we told you we'd know next week. Well, we didn't know the following week. And finally on Thanksgiving Day, the news came across. So I'm not going to steal Donnie's thunder. Donnie, let him have it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mind at all. Yeah, Thanksgiving Day, we did get confirmation. We are 100% going to be at the 2022 Arnold Sports Festival, and it's not going to be the Kids and Teens Expo as previous, because they have put that on hold. The Kids and Teens Expo is no longer for the time being, and thank you, COVID, for that. You piece of crap. But it's like, but yeah, so we're now going to be at the actual Arnold Sports Festival in the Greater Columbus Convention Center, right there on the main floor and Exhibit Hall A. So that's exciting. We got pumped up about that, and then but yeah, there's a lot of changes we'll get into. So we've basically got our nose to the grindstone, and everybody's starting to step up so we can start putting this thing together and get it ready.
So let me correct me if I'm wrong, Donnie, but if I'm not mistaken, there's been only one other wrestling promotion that's been on the main floor at the Arnold Classic, and that was the WWE.
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, we're the only independent promotion that's ever done it. And I'm pretty sure that WWE was the only wrestling company, period, that it was ever involved with the Arnold in a wrestling event type capacity besides us. So we're the only ones beside them to be able to do it. So we're pretty proud of that accomplishment for sure.
I mean, that is a huge feather in New Ohio Wrestling's cap, to be only the second at the Arnold, and to be in such elite company as the WWE. It's got to make you feel really good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what makes it even better is once I heard, I caught news through the grapevine that they were doing away with the Kids and Teens Expo, and I was 100% convinced that we were pretty much done with our partnership with the Arnold. I was like, they're doing away with the Kids and Teens Expo for a while, so I was like, that pretty much screws us. And then so I kind of, in the back of my mind, I hadn't said anything to anybody because I was keeping hope. And then, but in the back of my mind, I was kind of like, well, we're not doing the Arnold anymore. So, we still got the Ohio State Fair, and now we got the Zucchini Fest. So we can focus on those a little more. And then out of the blue, Brent sends me an email from the Arnold, and he was like, hey, did you hear about the Kids and Teens Expo getting disbanded for now? And I was like, yeah. I was like, that sucks, and then I was, we just small talked, and is it coming back? And he was like, I don't know, they haven't decided yet, whatever. And then he's like, well, the reason I'm reaching out to you is because you're one of the events that we want to bring over to the convention center. So, that was what I was hoping would happen, and thankfully it did. So, then, like I said, we talked out like space, how much space we'd need, what all requirements, we need, like a locker room, obviously, the space that we needed for the ring. He came back and offered to give us a little bit bigger space so they could put some bleachers in. So we'll have bleachers where the fans can sit and watch us and stuff. So it's turning into a very exciting moment for us. And like I said, I honestly didn't think we would be back at the Arnold because of the Kids and Teens Expo getting put on the shelf. So I'm grateful that they're bringing us up to the main stage, so to speak, and we get to show what we got, and hopefully get some publicity for all these guys and gals out here.
I'm just going to ask real quickly, Donnie. I mean, for the past, several years previous, we've been at the Arnold. So do you really think that maybe, by us putting forth such a great product over the last few times that we've been there, do you think that helped keep us in the mind of Brent? Because obviously we're dealing with somebody else, with the Kids and Teens Expo. So you think that, I guess you could say word of mouth, about how good NOW was and how family friendly it was and whatnot. Do you think that really kind of greased the wheel, so to speak?
Oh, that's 100% the only reason that we got in there. Yeah, like I said, Brent, he mainly focused on the media part of it. That's what he does. And he, kind of stayed on his side of the fence over at the main expo and convention center, while Lee and, all that team did the kids and teens expo. But when we went to our chair meetings and stuff, we would do like interviews, and if I have actually an interview with me and Brett on the New Ohio Wrestling page. There's an interview where I sat down with him and he interviews me. And so, I mean, yeah, they were hearing all the stuff that was going on at the Kids and Teens Expo. I'm not sure if he's ever stopped by there and watched us. I think he may have, but he's seen obviously all the video and all that. And he's heard from like everybody around. He said he's never heard anything negative about us. Everything he's heard from any Arnold person or just fan in general or guest, has been positive. So yeah, I mean, if we wouldn't have had done the Kids and Teens Expo those few years, then we wouldn't have been invited. So I'm 100% positive that is the reason. Yeah.
Let me ask John a question. John, you've been involved with with Donnie and New Ohio Wrestling and the Arnold since the partnership began. This has got to be kind of exciting for you too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be exciting for everybody. I mean, the opportunity to be at the Arnold, is not only does it look good on a resume, it's just an opportunity to build new fans. And, I think, and Donnie, you can agree with me on this. A lot of times when you look at for an example, a fair show or show like this, that's kind of part of a bigger event, your main goal is you want to entertain people for whatever amount of time they're going to spend watching you. And there'll be fans that'll watch the entire show, and there'll be fans that'll stop for 10 or 12 minutes and watch a match or two and move on. But you hope, and your goal is to make those folks go, hey, the next time they're in action, well, we're going to go see them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Or we'll stop by tomorrow and watch the entire show, Saturday, since we're there 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I think that's for any promotion, that's the goal, is to make sure that you're making new fans and building on that. And by me being there and doing color commentary, play-by-play, and by everybody being there doing their role, that helps to, make those fans interested, curious, and want to come back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And a comment you just made, everybody play their role. That's, a huge part of why we're going to be there. We're not going to be there just because of Donnie and Terry, building the wrestling promotion. There's, a ton of people that work together from inside the ring to outside the ring to backstage to set up, tear down. There's a ton of people that work together to put out the New Ohio Wrestling product for these events. So, it's a conglomerate of, everybody, a collaboration of everybody working together, like you said, doing their part is the reason why we're there. And, hats off to everybody that's ever been involved in anything we've ever done, because they're the reason we're really there.
I got to say, I was fortunate enough to do the Arnold in 2019 with you guys. I was we were that close to 2020.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Days before the week of setup.
But and the time I worked at the Arnold, it was very exciting. It was a lot of energy, and the beautiful thing is everybody worked together on the team. I mean, like you said, from backstage to in ring, everybody worked together to make the show happen, and that does nothing but make you look better in the Arnold's eyes. So this is exciting. I'm definitely excited about this as well, because there's a lot bigger exposure on this kind of stage.
Right. Yeah. And that was going to be my next point from what John said about the exposure to new fans, like these bigger events, that are, that have more there than just us. That it's an opportunity for people that had never heard of us or never seen us to, like John said, sit down 10, 15 minutes and take a look and see what we got. And then maybe, bring new fans into our fan base and stuff like that. But also on the other hand, from the business side of it, it's also a great way to network with other companies and other, business owners. And, you never know what door will open. Like I said, I've always said, you just got to have the right person in the right place at the right time. So, it's great for us to maybe stumble upon something, with a new networking partner or somebody we meet, and then vice versa, somebody may meet us and we may be able to help them out. So that's another big part of it too, that I'm personally excited about. Yes, I love the fans. I'm hoping we get, a bunch of them out of this and we entertain them and we do a great job, but I'm also wanting to, find some, meet some new businesses and some new, network of some new people as well.
And one other thing too, real quick. Sorry to interrupt, Jim. I didn't mean to, but one of the other things is, it clicked in my head from being at the Arnold as a fan, as just an average Joe, not part of NOW or whatnot. There's always some shockingly big people there, like actresses, actors, athletes, of other wrestlers that you're like, holy cow, I didn't even think that this person would be here, and you get a chance to interact. So it's even a chance when you talk about maybe making new fans, you could even make big fans, if you know what I mean. Like, so it's an opportunity there as well. And, no doubt we're going to do a great job. No doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
See, that was actually the road I was going to go down, John. You just beat me to it, and that's fine. But I mean, with the Kids and Teens Expo, I mean, kids love wrestling in most cases, and we're going to there's not going to be many kids at the classic. So we're going to kind of lose that base. But like you said, like you both said, there's the opportunity to pick up a different base. You got all these celebrities, bodybuilders, actors, actresses, pro wrestlers, promoters, big time promoters, things like that. They're going to see the product. They're going to see what NOW is capable of. And, the sky's the limit. I mean, there's somebody might come up, for example, AEW might say, hey, Donnie, we want to work in partnership with you in some way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah. Or they may, like I said, this would tickle me to death. I would, love nothing more than this. If, like an AEW rep or some rep for some reputable promotion just happens to be watching a show and one of our talents are in the ring and they love what they see. And because they were wrestling at the Arnold, it opened the door for them to maybe get a shot at, the bigger leagues and stuff. So, something like that would be amazing to me. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, like I said, right place, the right person at the right time. You just never know. Just like with that day when Arnold came up the ringside, during the title match for the Arnold's, Kids and Teens Expo title, we didn't know what was going to happen there. We knew there was a chance he may be in the building, but we had no idea he was like literally going to walk up to the ring apron and get involved, So you just never know, you just can't tell who's going to do what, but I'm excited to find out. I'm not going to say I'm not.
Can you talk a little bit about the schedule for the weekend? Because we're there both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but we got specific. It's going to look a little different than what we've done in the past. I mean, I think fans of NOW, expect a certain particular type of event, and we've decided to kind of go in a different path. So do you want to talk about the schedule?
Yeah. Like I say, with the Kids and Teens Expo, we did the Anarchy at the Arnold tournament. And I mean, it was a great tournament and it was a great idea. And it still is a great idea, but it is like very taxing. It's taxing on the referees, the wrestlers. It's taxing on me and Terry, putting it all together and making sure we don't screw nothing up. It's taxing on you guys as announcers and commentators. Your vocal cords only work so much, So, I mean, to do like the 56, 7, 8 matches plus the other, 5 to 10 matches on the side, that is a lot. So, and that was pushing it into 2 days. So it was a big undertaking. This one's going to be even bigger because we're going to be open 3 days instead of 2 for the Kids and Teens Expo. We were there Saturday and Sunday. For the expo, we're there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday and Saturdays, we're going to be going from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then on Sunday, we're going to be going from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So it's like another 8 hours time added to our already existing time that we had with the other one. So what we're going to do instead, and like I said, things are different now. Before we didn't have the training center, so now we have the Now Training Center to where we're offering fitness classes and pro wrestling training, and we're still doing New Ohio, and so I mean we have a lot more broader product line, I guess you could call it. So we're going to, spend the whole 3 days, showcasing everything that we have to offer, which I think is a great opportunity for us. So for the schedule, both Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon, we're going to be our partners, the Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy. They're going to be doing an actual pro wrestling training. They're going to have some of their students in the ring, some of their past and former students in the ring, and they're going to be running a basic wrestling camp. So people that's interested in becoming a pro wrestler, can come and see what an actual wrestling training is like, and kind of determine if that would be something that's for them. Because, we'll have people come in for tryouts, and they'll get in that ring and take that first bump or that first, that first fall or the first roll, and they're like, hey, this ain't for me. It's like, I'm not doing this. So it'll be good for, just anybody that, because like I said, there's going to be, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of athletes there. So I'm sure there's going to be some of them that are curious on, can I do pro wrestling? So we're going to be there, for 2 hours starting out all 3 days for that. And then from noon to 1, we're going to be doing our fitness program, which is called WrestleFit and WrestleFit Junior. And, basically, the WrestleFit is basically the strength and cardio training that pro wrestlers do. We have pro wrestling background, and I always say there's cardio and then there's wrestling cardio. It's two completely different things. And a lot of people agree. So we take like stuff we do as pro wrestlers and we incorporate it into a fitness training. And we use the ring, we go out of the ring, we use weights, we use ropes, tires, all kind of different things, and do some strength training, do fitness training, build our cardio up. And so it's a really neat program, and everybody that's tried it has loved it. And we've had power lifters come in and try it out, and they were blowed up in the first 10-15 minutes and sweating their butts off and like, man, this crap really works. And so we've had different athletic backgrounds come in and try it, and they've all liked it. So we're going to be running some fitness classes there from 12 to 1, and all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the WrestleFit Junior is basically a different version, but it's based on kids. We're going ages 8 to 17, 16. The older kids like 16, 17, we may let them slide into the adult classes because they're kind of, the age difference and all that. Mm-hmm. But and it's a little bit of different training. Like they're not lifting heavy weights, or they're not doing as much physical stuff strength wise. They're doing more fun stuff and cardio and playing in the ring and stuff like that, a little more rolling. So it's a different workout for kids and as adults. But we're gonna get people in there 3 times during the weekend and show what the WrestleFit class is. And if there's spectators or guests that walk by that want to try it, they sign a waiver, they get in there. And the thing I didn't mention is our lead trainer for the WrestleFit program is Superman Onyx, the Arnold champion. He's a personal trainer by trade. He owns his own fitness studio. So, and he's come on board with the Now Training Center, and he's our lead trainer for the WrestleFit. So Onyx will be in the ring, conducting the class and the training session. So, like I said, if somebody walks by, they want to give it a try, and they're more than welcome. It's free to get in there and try it out. So, we encourage any and all that want to give it a shot. We'll be doing it, like I said, 3 days. So we have that on the table. And then then what we're doing, instead of the Anarchy at the Arnold tournament, we're going to basically break it down to 5 different pro wrestling events. So we're doing like a full bone 7 match card. And instead of doing 1, like on a Saturday night, like normal wrestling, we're doing 5 in 3 days. So we're going to do, so you're, basically talking 7 times 5, 35 matches in 3 days. It's going to be 5 different NOW events. They're not going to be the same. We're going to have different wrestlers scattered here and there based on their availability and then, what we have to offer. So, so like I said, that's what we're going to do. We're going to finish out the tag team tournament and crown new tag team champions that weekend. So we're going to finish that off. And then, of course, the Now Championship's going to be defended. The Arnold Sports World Kids and Teens Expo title is still alive and going. And, Onyx will be defending that. So, it's going to be a lot of wrestling action. The matches are going to be longer because we got more time to do stuff in. So, we're going to have a lot more fun with it. And so the first shows are going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday from approximately 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. And then the second set of shows, Friday and Saturday, are from 4:30 to 7. Sunday we won't have a show because Sundays end at 4 o'clock. So yeah, again, the first shows of the day on Friday, Saturday, Sunday are 1 to 3:30, and then the two shows on Friday and Saturday are 4:30 to 7. So, and in between those, between 3:30 and 4:30, we're going to do like an in-ring photo op meet and greet. We're going to have wrestlers hanging out at the ring, hanging out at the merch tables. If people want to come up and meet them, we're going to offer in-ring, photographs for the kids or the adults or whoever wants to get in a ring with some wrestlers and take pictures and stuff like that. We're going to offer that. So it's just kind of like a little meet and greet, kind of a break in the action for an hour in between shows. And so everybody can catch their breath and regroup. And so, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, like I said, we're going to have a packed weekend. We're going to go again nonstop. We're not going to be stagnant, and it's going to be go, go, go with one thing or another, whether it's fitness training, whether it's, pro wrestling training, whether it's actual live events, we're just going to go.
I love the idea of 35 matches and not 62.
Right. I figured you would like that. I figured you would like that. I'm sure the wrestlers like it too, because they were.
Yeah, I'm sure of it too. Look, you didn't lie. It was taxing. It was a great idea. I think, though, to be honest with you, Donnie, I think that we need to take a break from that, because I don't know if we came back again with another tournament, I think it gets stale.
Mm-hmm.
You can't eat ice cream for dinner every day. Otherwise, you're not going to like ice cream after a while. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good idea to just, 5 separate shows. And, that's typically what a fan would see if they came out to an NOW event. Anyways, they'd see, 7 matches, 2-3 hours on the clock, and they'd have a good old time.
Yep, absolutely. That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we've got some talent booked for the show. We won't go into that just yet as far as who's going to be there, but talking behind the scenes, it's going to be exciting. It's going to shape up to be a good roster, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of the normal, every show NOW stars are going to be there. Some of the NOW stars that you can only make it to certain times, they're coming in. We're going to have a real diverse card on probably every show. We're going to try to mix it up, here and there as much as we can. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to it.
5 shows, and the average show is about 2.5 to 3 hours, like John said. So
yeah,
I think it's a great idea, instead of running that tournament, to do these 5 separate shows. I think you can do more storytelling in those shows.
Oh yeah, absolutely. More storytelling, more, like I said, with the tournament and, the way we had to structure it, the matches seemed to go real quick. So, like it was like the wrestlers couldn't get their ground, couldn't get their mojo going, and the match was over. So, this is going to be, like I said, just normal times, normal matches. They're going to get out there and quote unquote, get their shit in, do whatever they got to do. Put on a good show like they always do. Every time we've asked them to come out and kill it, they do. So I don't expect anything less,
Right. Definitely. John,
I was just going to say, I was going to touch base on something that's a little bit kind of connected, but not. Donnie, let's talk for a moment. You mentioned WrestleFit and that. What's the program? What's the hours and the schedule for the program at the NOW training facility?
Oh yeah, the WrestleFit, the adult class, we do Mondays and Wednesdays, Mondays and Wednesdays from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening, and then Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So it's just an hour a day, 3 days a week. And the WrestleFit junior class, we just do 1 day a week. It's kind of like in its pilot stage, a testing stage. So we do those on Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and it, it works out good. The 3 days a week is enough. And then, actually we do our pro wrestling training on Tuesday nights and Sundays. So, I do the WrestleFit myself. I've actually lost I started out at 308 was my heaviest, and I'm down to 258. So, I mean, it's working for
excellent.
me. Yeah. Thank you. And so it's working for me, and plus I'm slacking off on my eating and stuff like that. So, but I'm there Monday, Wednesday doing the WrestleFit, and then we have our pro wrestling training on Tuesday. So I'm usually there sometimes, and with the Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy, and you can never never stop learning. So I try to go there and keep my ears open, my mouth shut, and try to see what hang out with the guys and the gals, and so yeah. And then like I said, Saturday and Sunday we're there, and it's like it's a busy schedule, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah.
So where can folks find out about WrestleFit?
We have the newohiowrestling.com. They're on that under the WrestleFit or the training, or you could just go to wrestlefit.com. You can go to, New Ohio Wrestling and then /training, and that'll take you to the form to fill out. If you want to try the Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy, you can go to ohioprowrestlingacademy.com. That leads you to their page, and, that it's connected to ours as well. So, there's all different kind of ways, you type in, New Ohio Wrestling or Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy or WrestleFit, on any social media, you're going to find us. And, so yeah, there's tons of ways. You can't use the excuse I couldn't find you, because that's a bunch of shit. We've made sure of that.
They'll have to come up with a different excuse.
All right.
There you go.
So how can people find out more about the Arnold Classic?
Yeah, they just got to basically go to arnoldsportsfestival.com, and that'll show, that'll take them to the website where it gives all the information. And then, like I said, we're under the expo. So, it's going to be very exciting. And it has, like I said, they're still updating it. It still has a lot of 2021 stuff on there. Right. And because they did 2021, I think it was September or October, September.
Yeah. And it was just some of the fitness competitions, if I remember correctly. It was very, very small.
Yeah, it was limited on what they could do, but they didn't have the expo at all. Like none of the expo was there. So so they're still updating the site and getting it going. And just arnoldsportsfestival.com will get you all the info. And guys can go from there. You can get your tickets to get into the expo, and I think they offer like a whole weekend package, which I didn't mention. All of the shows, the 5 events that we're running, the WrestleFit classes, the pro wrestling training classes that you can watch and sit in on, all of that's free. It's included with the price of the admission to the Arnold Sports Festival. So, get your weekend passes to the Arnold Sports Festival, and you get 5 wrestling shows free to go with it. So, I mean, that's a pretty good deal in my eyes. I think a weekend pass is like $20. Is it $20? I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest. I don't know the pricing right at the moment. I don't even know if they have it. I don't even know if they have it listed yet.
I'm trying to think back, but it's been a few years since I went as a fan, so I don't remember what I paid. I got to be honest with you.
Right.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, well, by now. I say I'm actually on the website. We're gonna wing it, and this is our podcast. We can do what we want.
We can edit this out. I mean,
It's $25 per day to go to the expo.
Oh, okay.
Sunday is $20.
Okay.
But they got some pretty pricey tickets here, like the Platinum VIP.
Mm-hmm.
That's $659.
What do you get with that?
That's probably for like the bodybuilding and stuff, the finals and all that.
Premium reserve seating at the Arnold Friday night finals.
Mm-hmm.
Premium reserve seating at the Arnold Saturday night finals. Arnold amateur admission, IFBB Pro League meet and greet, Arnold party, Arnold showcase. 3-day Expo Fast Pass, premium bag, Arnold Classic workout towel, Arnold Classic annual chase coin, premium badge and lanyard, and a photo on stage with 2022 Arnold Classic champion, all for only $659.
Yeah. I'd imagine if you're a bodybuilding fan or a fitness fan, that'd probably be a decent bargain.
I, for one, thought that just for a few milliseconds that Jim read WBF, and I was going to say, wait, the World Bodybuilding Federation?
Right.
Why are you going?
owned and ran by Bench McMahon.
Listen, first of all, I want to know why is that not on the network? I never watched any of that shit when it came out, so I want to watch it now. I want to see what it was like. They should put that on the network.
There you go.
I'm just saying. If you're listening, Vince, put some of that shit up on the network.
Get it on there.
And while you're at it, throw on old XFL games too.
Right. Yeah.
On the first go round, not the new one. The first
He
go
Hate
round.
Me version.
That's, yeah, the He Ate Me version. I love old TV. I'd watch that in a heartbeat.
Right.
Well, I'm looking at the layout, but I don't see anything for us yet.
Yeah, no, they haven't got it updated. There's a lot of blank spaces, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know at the moment, as of us recording this, we're in the exhibit hall A, but they
Okay.
haven't said what exact spot yet. I think they're still mapping that out. And then, but yeah, once they get it mapped out, I'll be posting on, social media about it and showing people where we're going to be at. So it's easy to find when they get there. Because it's usually pretty asses to elbows at the Arnold. It's hard to get through, so we can get people to come in the right area so they ain't got to fight through the crowd.
Right. And this thing is covering it looks like almost the whole convention center, because
Oh yeah, yep.
it says right here that part of it's going to be at the Batali Grand Ballroom.
Yeah, that's usually where they do the finals and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's where they used to do the costume party for Midwest Honors Convention.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Right there.
Yeah. There you go. Got your Midwest Honor shirt on.
I do.
Homage to Kelly.
I had to get a little bit of haunt in this wrestling show, so.
Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But this is exciting, and it starts the day after my birthday.
Oh yeah, there you go.
What a better way to celebrate.
Yep. Birthday party weekend.
Woot woot. Just don't let me go down to the big bar on one.
Right. Well, you're just going to sneak in that flask of absinthe. That's all you're going to do. You ain't kidding nobody.
Bad things happen to me at the big bar on one.
No, yeah.
Bad decisions are made, like paying $50 for a double shot of 15-year-old scotch.
Was it
I
worth
don't know.
it?
That doesn't sound like a bad decision to me.
It was really good. Unfortunately, I had already had too much alcohol at that point.
Oh, well, okay. At that point now.
Now, I was
I see.
okay. I was all right until I sat down at one of the couches there in the lounging area. When I stood up, that's when the problem came into play.
And then your $50 went all over the floor.
Nope, didn't puke. Didn't puke. However, I got so lightheaded that I went down, and a cop that was there was threatening to take me in because I was too drunk. And a paramedic friend and my wife and some other people dragged me up to the hotel room, but I did not throw up.
There you go.
All right.
So see, it was money well spent then.
It was good. But I can buy a whole bottle for like $80.
All right.
Was that cop former WCW star Sergeant Buddy Lee Parker?
I think it might have been. That cop was an asshole. He really wanted to take me to jail.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's stories,
Oh yeah, that's the life, isn't it?
Yeah.
The
It
life
makes
we
life-
live.
Yeah. Everybody's got to have an embarrassing story every once in a while.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Indeed.
Me, I've got several. So
Same here.
He said, I got enough for everybody.
So gosh, this news is just, I'm still giddy about this information. But not only that, but if you listened at the beginning of this show, for those of you that are listening, or for those of you that are watching on video, we got a shout out from somebody that works for a major promotion.
Yep, sure did.
We did. But you know what? I donated for a good cause, and she was kind enough to join Shauna Reed and do this shout out for us,
Mhm.
because she was wrestling for a suicide prevention foundation, and I simply asked if they could do this, if I would donate something to the cause, and they were more than happy to, and
Oh, yeah.
we're both thrilled with it.
Oh, yeah. Kudos to them. Mhm.
Right. And for those of you watching video, there's actually going to be a second shout out on the video from one Medusa, aka Alundra Blaze.
Mhm. Yep.
But you've buried the lead. Who is this person that we're talking about?
What person?
That did the shout out. You never said. You said Shauna, but you didn't say the other
Said
one.
Shauna, but you didn't say the other name.
Oh, yeah, well, I was building suspense.
Oh.
Well, we're ready for the payoff now.
That's the beauty of it. The payoff's already happened. They've already seen it. They've already heard it. It was at the beginning of the show. It was Leva Bates, the librarian from AEW.
Oh, yeah. See what happens? Johnny been around for a while and the whole thing just goes to hell.
I'm having fun. I think John's about to lose his shit here. He's like,
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm glad, Donnie. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was confused. I was like, "What? What the hell are you talking about, Jim? You haven't mentioned who it is." But,
but they'd already seen him. They already heard him.
Okay, got it. I got it. You didn't send us the memo on that.
Of course not. And look what we got. We got great content because I didn't come up. People are going to be sitting there listening, laughing their asses off, just like you got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're like, what a
go,
bunch of freaking clusterfucks that guys are.
They're going to go, Jim, what the hell are you talking about?
These guys have that double shot along with Jim.
Right.
Jim might have had more than a double, I think. Oh my gosh, this has just really gotten fun. I'm having fun with this now. This is good. But all good things must come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
What are the dates again? I know it's the day after my birthday, so that's
March 4th, 5th, and 6th, 2022.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
Which will be here before you know it, by the way.
Right.
The way time flies anymore.
Yeah. It'll be here in no time.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's listening that's going to attend the Arnold, bring me birthday presents.
Right. Are the red shoes going to be making an appearance at the Arnold?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably. But also going to work on getting a new suit before then too.
Cool.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, see, get you a couple different outfits. We don't want you wearing the same suit on all 5 shows and you look like a schlub.
Well, I can't. If you know JC Flash down in FGW, I can't shop at the same store he does. But oh my God, he turns around something glittery silver, something glittery gold, something glittery. It's always sequined.
Nice.
Always sequins. And metallic silver shoes. Ugh. I like my red shoes, and I'm going to stick to them.
There you go.
There you go. Enough said.
So, gosh, this has been fun, and I'm glad I was able to amuse somebody tonight, if not myself. You two.
Always good for a laugh.
I told you I needed a release, and I got it, and I'm happy.
Hey, you keep that stuff to yourself. I ain't trying to hear about no release.
TMI.
We don't see no video of that. That's for sure.
There's a video floating around someplace. I don't know.
Maybe we should release the listeners from this chaos.
Probably a good idea. I am the Joker, Meathook Jim, tonight for some reason, along with my co-host Donnie Hoover and the slacker John Orlando. Thank you so much for listening and watching the Wrestle Horror podcast, and we were promised that we'll be a little less silly on the next episode.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big promise there. That's I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. See you guys.
See ya.